Hello, welcome back. The title of this lesson is called Mixtures, and in this lesson we're going to talk about exactly what you would think we talk about, mixtures. Now, what is a mixture and why are we talking about mixtures in a chemistry class? And that is because we are going to mostly be studying how elements and compounds can be reacted to produce products, right? So in order to understand that, we take a step back first and talk about things that are not involved in chemistry. And mixtures is probably the biggest class of substances that really are not directly involved in chemistry. If I take a bucket of water and I pour some rocks in the water, or if I pour rice or something into that water, and I stir it up, then yeah, everything's going to look pretty well mixed, but after a minute things are going to settle down and I'm going to have a mixture. And even if what I'm mixing in, I'm keeping it nice and uniformly mixed, it's still two different substances that are in the same container that are not chemically reacting to each other. That's really the best definition of a mixture. Two or more species that are put into close proximity to each other, that are kind of occupying the same space, but they're not bonding to each other. They're not reacting to form something new, right? In fact, a lot of mixtures, if you just leave them alone and don't do anything, then eventually they'll settle out on their own. Sometimes they don't, depending on what it is you're talking about, right? And sometimes they do. All right, so that's what the definition of a mixture is. Obviously, you can talk about rocks and water. You can talk about, rice and water, things like that. But probably the most important mixture that we're going to talk about in chemistry is a solution. So when you take salt or sugar and you put it into water, it dissolves. Now what dissolving means is that that substance is broken down so that the tiny microscopic bits of that substance kind of fit between the water molecules. They're still present in the water and they're not bonding with the water. They're not chemically reacting, sharing electrons or anything like that with the water, but they are existing in between the water molecules in a microscopic way. That's called a solution. Why do we care about, and that's a mixture, why do we care about solutions which are mixtures? Well, it's because a lot of interest in chemistry actually happens in a solution, specifically in a water solution. You ever wonder why they say, 90-some% of your body is water? Well, the reason is because most of the chemistry that happens in the human body is happening in a water solution. And the reason why a lot of really interesting chemistry happens in a solution is because when things are in a solution, they're floating around and they're able to bump into each other and they're able to react. So being a solution allows all of the different chemicals to mix very thoroughly with each other, and you need to be able to mix and contact each other in order to react. If you just have two powders and you mix two powders together, it won't work as well. All right, so to move forward, we need to do more than talk about mixtures. We need to kind of classify them. So there's two main kinds of mixtures. And they're called the homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixture. So I don't want to write a big definition here. I just want to point out to you that something that you already know. Homo means the same and hetero means different. So when you have a homogeneous mixture, all it means is the mixture is uniform. And I'm not even going to write anything else. You could write a long definition, a homogeneous mixture is a mixture of two or more substances that are uniform throughout in a composition. I mean, you could do all that, but just know that the idea of a homogeneous mixture is uniform mixture. So what do you think a heterogeneous mixture is? It's non-uniform. So for instance, if I take sand and I don't shake it up, maybe I just take dirt, put it on the bottom, and some rocks and put it on top. I don't really shake it up very much. It's still a mixture. Maybe I shake it a little bit. But if I take samples from different parts of that container, I'm going to get a slightly different composition throughout because I didn't shake it very well. So that's a heterogeneous mixture. A heterogeneous mixture is any mixture that's non-uniform, right? And then, of course, you can contrast that with a situation where you take dirt, you take some sand, put it in a bucket, shake it, put it in a machine that shakes it for like 2 hours. And then if you take it out, if you sample any little part of that container, you're going to find the same composition of the sand, the dirt, whatever it is that's in there. And that is a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous meaning uniform. Or all the same throughout is what that means, basically. And all of these solutions we're talking about, like water, salt water, sugar water, chemical solutions, things like that, those are all homogeneous mixtures because once you dissolve something down and break it down, it makes its way throughout the entire solution in a uniform way. So I'm going to put up here solutions. And this is the main reason why we're talking about mixtures anyway, because we talk a lot about chemistry that happens in solutions. Even in this class, we're going to do that a lot in water solutions, and those are homogeneous mixtures. All right? So now what I'd like to do, now that we have the basic idea for the definition now, which you can see there's not much to it, is we want to answer a couple of questions. So here what we're going to do is I'm going to give you whatever it is we're talking about, and we're going to ask ourselves and answer the question, is it a homogeneous mixture, is it a heterogeneous mixture, or is it a pure substance? Which would mean that basically it's not a mixture at all. So let's go through the list here. Problem number 1 is rice pudding. Rice pudding. So that's a dish, it's got rice, it's got, milk in there, it's got other things. Is that a heterogeneous mixture, a homogeneous mixture, or is it a pure substance? Well, it can't be a pure substance, so is it heterogeneous or homogeneous? Now, you may say, well, it depends on how well you mix it and all that, but I guess what I'm trying to say is don't try to overthink the problem. Rice pudding is not mixed in an industrial mixer to make sure that it's absolutely uniform. So it's probably going to be heterogeneous because you're probably going to have clumps of rice over here, clumps of, of milk and other things that make it non-uniform. So it's probably going to be heterogeneous. So for the rice pudding, we're going to say heterogeneous. Okay. Problem number 2, or part B. Okay. What about seawater? You go to the beach, you take a sample of seawater, and you measure the salt content, the mineral content of the seawater that's dissolved in the seawater. And then you go 5 meters down the way, take another bucket and measure them. Of course, there'll be slight differences, but they'll more or less be uniform because the salt and the minerals that are in the seawater, because it's in a mobile solution like that, all of those dissolved substances are pretty uniformly distributed. They're broken down microscopically and they're uniformly distributed. In general, if it's a solution of any kind, you can pretty much say it's homogeneous. So seawater, we're going to say is homogeneous solution or homogeneous mixture. Right? All right, next, what about magnesium? And what I mean by magnesium, I mean on the periodic table on the left, Mg is magnesium, it's a metal. Is that a homogeneous mixture, a heterogeneous mixture, or is that a pure substance? Well, magnesium atoms, they're not mixed with anything else. They're pure substance. And not only that, they're a unique atom on the periodic table. So magnesium is a pure substance. Okay. And part D, crushed ice. Is crushed ice a mixture of any kind? Well, ice is made of water molecules, H2O. It's not mixed with anything. Ice looks different than liquid water, but it's still made of these molecules, which are all basically identical. So there's really nothing to mix because there's nothing else mixed unless it's something you've mixed in with your ice. If it's pure ice, just because it's crushed, it's not a mixture of any kind. It is still a pure substance. So we're going to say pure substance. Okay. All right. Same story, different day. We're going to go to problem 2. We're going to determine which of the following is a pure substance, a homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. So it's just another problem, but similar kind of deal. First one, distilled water. Now I know we really haven't talked about distillation yet, but distilled water is water that you boil, the vapor comes off the water, you cool it down, and it drips into another container and it's pure. Because all of the things that were dissolved in the water, they're left behind when you boil it. Only the water is floating up in the air and coming down. All of the gunk or salt or minerals or whatever that was in the water, it doesn't go up and over to the new container. It is left behind. So distilled water is a pure substance. It's a compound because it's H2O, which is a molecule. So we're using some of the same words that we've now learned, but it's a pure substance. So we'll say, for problem number 2 here, A, it's a pure substance. And in this case, because it's water, and we know water is a molecule, we know it's also a compound. Because water is H2O, and we know that compounds are molecules where we have different elements, H and O, hydrogen and oxygen. All right, after distilled water, we're going to talk about gasoline. Is gasoline a mixture? Is it a pure substance? And if it's a mixture, what kind of mixture is it? Well, gasoline is a complex animal. It's an organic A hydrocarbon molecule, which we'll talk about later, just means it has hydrogen and carbons and other things in there. But gasoline is not just a pure thing. It's got other additives, sometimes ethanol, which is another chemical, sometimes other things that are in the gasoline to help your engine run, better. And so it's not a pure substance. It is a mixture. And what kind of mixture is it? Well, everything's dissolved. And so just like any solution, it is a homogeneous mixture. So gasoline is a homogeneous mixture. Okay. All right. What is part C? Beach sand. Beach sand. So beach sand is sand that has been deposited and kind of built up over a long period of time. It has not been put in a machine. It has not been mixed thoroughly. So you expect that if you sample the sand in one part of the beach and you go down the way and you sample the sand in another part of the beach, it's probably not going to have exactly the same composition. So if you're sure that it's really, really mixed well, you could say it's a homogeneous mixture, but really beach sand is probably not very uniform. So it's probably a heterogeneous mixture. So we'll say heterogeneous. Heterogeneous mixture. Part D, wine. What is wine? Well, it is not a pure substance. I mean, it comes from grapes, but it's got alcohol in it. It's got other additives and flavors. It's a solution. Nothing settles out of wine. But it is a mixture of lots of different things that are, that in the process of making wine in there. And everything is uniformly mixed. If you sample the top of the bottle or the bottom of the bottle, you're going to get the same concentration. So that is a homogeneous mixture. Okay, homogeneous mixture. And the last one of this type, what is it? Air. So the air we breathe. So there's oxygen in the air, right? But there's nitrogen, there's other trace gases, there's many, many gases that are in the air. And yes, we do have the weather and it blows everything around, but more or less the air is pretty uniform. If you sample the air here and the sample 1 block away, it's going to be pretty darn close to the same because everything is mixing all the time in there. So it is a mixture, and we're going to call it a homogeneous mixture because it's uniformly in composition. So homogeneous. Okay, homogeneous mixture. All right, now I have a few pictures on the board, and I want you to tell me what is the phase, solid, liquid, or gas? What is the composition? Is it a pure substance or a mixture? And also whether it consists of an element or a compound. So here in the first picture here, we have two different colors. Nothing is bonded together. So we have two different elements, right? There's no compounds or molecules or anything here. And it looks like everything is kind of bouncing around the container up high and low and kind of filling the whole volume of the container. So we know it's a gas. And because we have two different elements and they're in the container mixed around, we know it's a mixture. So we know the phase of this thing is a gas. We know it's a mixture of two different elements, right? Of two elements. And we know it's elements because nothing is connected or bonded together here into a molecule. All right, problem number 2. Here's this container. Is it a solid, liquid, gas? Is it a mixture? Is it a pure element? Let's describe this thing. Well, we have all of the atoms kind of at the bottom packed extremely tightly. So this looks like a solid, right? And also, all of the atoms are a pure substance here because it's the same color. There's no differences or anything like that. Everything's the same color. So it's a single element on the periodic table. So pure substance. Right? And because there's no variation in color, and that means it's basically an element. So these are all little individual elements, like maybe sodium atoms are packed together, or aluminum atoms are packed together in a solid like this. All right, now here's our last one. We have a container here. Now we have some molecules going on here because we have two different colors bonded together. Is it a solid, liquid, or a gas? Well, it looks like a gas because everything's kind of floating around there and kind of bouncing around the containers. It looks like a pure substance because these are bonded together, but this is identical to this, and this is identical to this, and this is identical to this. So it's not a mixture because they're bonded together. So this would be like carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide, and we still say that that's a pure substance. Yes, that substance is consisting of two different things, but it's still a pure substance. Right? And is it a compound or not? Yes, it's a compound. which remember, a compound is a type of molecule where basically have two different elements stuck together. So if it was two different oxygens together, they would both be blue. But we have two different colors, so we know it's two different elements together. All right, so in this lesson, we covered the idea of mixtures in chemistry. And you might say, why do we care about mixtures? Well, the main reason is because solutions are a type of mixture, a homogeneous mixture. And we have solutions, we're going to do reactions in solution constantly. And then when you get into organic chemistry, a lot of those reactions are also happening in a solution also. So solutions are really, really important in chemistry. That's why we covered here. Make sure you understand the definitions. Make sure you solve these problems. Follow me on to the next lesson. We'll continue to build your skills.